I realized that most of the either photographer or videographers that I know are actually into guns too. I don't know if it's a thing about just things that shoot, you know, pew pew, pew pew. But yeah. So here's the deal. I have this gig coming up for tomorrow, and for it I need to be using a Sony a7 IV, which I have right here, and I will be using it for the weekend. So I figure, hey, what's a better way to put it to the test than to actually make some content for the channel and see how it performs. We're going to be talking about my FN509 Quattro Porti and how this thing, in addition to this slide, can actually flex as a modular type of handgun, if you would. Let's get into it. First, we're gonna make sure that the gun is clear. I have a dummy around in this, but for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. We're good. Clear, clear. I have two FN509 slides. I'm not gonna get into how I ended up with two. If you wanna find out, watch some of my old videos. That'll help you catch up. Something funny happens when I switch from this slide to that slide, and that's where the modularity kind of comes in. Since we have the Quattro Porti slide on top, actually, you know what? Let's make it interesting. I'm gonna flip these around. I'm gonna take this slide off. YouTube hates this part, but it's part of firearm maintenance. You gotta know how to take your gun apart to clean it. I mean, come on, it's common sense. There you go. You can check it, function, we're good. All right, here's where the modularity part comes in. Let's do this cleanly. I'll move this to the side. Okay, so 5.11, we're gonna enter that in. Just gonna do 3 pulls here. 5.6, enter that. 5.14, I'm gonna enter that in for an average of 5.10 pound on that trigger pull. Okay, now watch this. Check for function, we're good. We're gonna do the same pulls on the Quattro Porti slide. 3 pound and 10 ounces. We're gonna enter that in. 3 pound, 11 ounces. Let me just adjust it here so I don't influence it. At 3.5 pound pull for an average of 3.8. That's the modularity I was talking about. I'm not just changing the look of the firearm, the feel under recoil when I shoot, because they do behave differently. As far as muzzle flip, this does a better job, but the recoil impulse that I get from the comp slide is pretty interesting. But outside of all of that, the different trigger pull or weight that I get depending on which slide I'm running on top of this frame. And if you've watched my FN videos before, you would know that in the frame I have the M-Carbo spring kit, the trigger spring kit, and the only difference that there is between those two slides outside of their looks, and the reason why my trigger pull is changing depending on the slide that I'm running, is because if you look right here, right over here, there's a red spring. This is the factory spring from FN, and I'm also running the factory safety plunger spring or safety block spring, whatever you call those. But on the Quattro Porti slide, I'm running the M-Carbo spring for the striker and for the safety plunger. So combined with this frame, I got a 3.8 pound trigger pull. But with this on top, it was 5 point whatever it was. Was that 5.8 or 5.6? So this is where the modularity of my FN comes in. And this was not done intentionally, by the way. It's just pure luck. The reason why I'm not running the M-Carbo spring on this slide is because I have the Apex striker on this slide. With this one, I still have the factory FN striker. This is going well. This thing overhit it. But anyways, thanks for watching. I do hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, weekend, or whatever. Depending on what time you're watching this, you take care, stay safe, stay trained up, stay prayed up, and God bless. I'm out. For those of you who stuck around, this is the camera that I use when I'm shooting my slow-mo and B-rolls and stuff like that. This is the Panasonic GH6, but my main camera for the tabletop reviews, let me see if I can grab it for you. Let me see if I can squeeze in here real quick. Oh my goodness, I need more space. Is this beast right here. It's the Olympus EM1X. It's kind of overkill. Honestly, I want to use the GH6 for the most part, but this thing sucks when it comes to autofocus. This is bulkier, heavier, mainly a photography camera, but it has a better autofocus overall. So that's basically what's hanging up like this, looking at the table when I shoot. This is just for those of you who wonder what my setup looks like. These are typically what I use. All right, and this weekend I'm using the Sony a7 IV. Hopefully the footage comes out looking good so I can put this video out for you guys. And if you have any questions, camera recommendations and things like that, because I realized that most of the either photographer or videographers that I know are actually into guns too. I don't know if it's a thing about just things that shoot, you know, pew pew, pew pew. But yeah. Anyways, I'm out. Take care, y'all.